Hey everybody, welcome back to Path of Exile. Delirium, even though it's not Delirium. Hardcore, even though it's not hardcore. Witch, even though we're a Necromancer now. But this is episode 23. Today's date is April 3rd. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some Path of Exile today. Well, since I've already dated the episode, I guess congratulations to Grinding Your Games for their BAFTA award. Not last night, but the night before last. Very cool for them. They won Most Evolving Game, I believe was the award. And if you looked at the competition they were stacked up with, they were stacked up against some pretty good games that did evolve quite a bit over their life cycles, and they were still chosen as the best or the most capable of evolving. I don't know. So something along those lines. Most evolving game, which is cool. It's a cool award for them. If you don't know what the BAFTAs are, they are... Well, first, I'm not an expert on what the BAFTAs are. And I only Googled it just after seeing that they announced on... Well, I saw on Reddit that they announced that they won a BAFTA. Or somebody had announced it. But it's like the British award show for art, basically. Maybe encompasses movies and music. Maybe not music. Remember what I said a few episodes. I am steeped. My cup overfloweth with ignorance. We are steeped in it. So, if you're curious of what they are, just Google BAFTA. I'll tell you more. It's probably not super helpful. Yeah. BAFTAs, there you go. Hope everybody's doing good this week, and looking forward to the weekend here. We need to summon minions here. I should probably actually try to focus on the game. What are we missing? Are we missing something here? No. But how do we play? That's the real question. I'm going to try to finish this game. Let me turn down a little bit so I can hear myself. Yeah, maybe up a little bit more. I'm going to try to finish this game probably in this sitting here. The episodes will still be an hour long. They may even be a half hour long. I may cut down on the episode size here. I don't want to do that because I don't want to extend the time that we're playing this game just by doubling the length of the episodes. And the reason we made them an hour long to begin with was so that we could experience the end game, and I don't want to change that philosophy, especially right at the end. However, the episodes are getting... Since the quality has increased, since we first started recording these, the amount of time it takes to edit, process, which there's not a whole lot of editing that I do in these things, but editing, processing, and uploading has become a bit of an undertaking for an hour-long episode. And for whatever reason, it's significantly faster for a half-hour episode. Like, it's less than half the time it takes to do an hour episode. For whatever reason. So for that reason, I kind of want to drop it down, but to be honest with you, we probably won't. We'll probably just keep it at an hour. Ooh. But I think moving forward, if there's ever going to be a conflict between the upload time not being at the normal scheduled upload time, which is 12 o'clock Eastern at this time, and shortening the episode to a half hour or maybe even 20 minutes, we'll probably do that just to keep a consistent upload time. And I'll probably leave something in the description to let people know that that's what's happening. It shouldn't happen with this episode because we're recording this 2 days in advance of what we actually already have recorded for this series. So So it shouldn't be an issue, at least in the short term. But long term, that may be what happens. We'll see. A bit of damage there. It's alright. I guess we'll pick up everything. Should probably be summoning our guardian here as well. I'm not even sure what we're doing, to be honest with you guys. We just kind of logged in and walked out here and started killing stuff. I know there's quest over here. That's about all I know. We're on Act 9, I believe. We have to check here. Yeah, Act 9. So we got one more act after this one, and I think we had just kind of started this act too. Fire hurt pretty bad there. Playing kind of sloppy right now. This episode should go out, I think, Sunday. And I guess I have to record something new for Monday's episode. Or Monday one-off. And I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. I would kind of like to play Resident Evil Biohazard, but I do want to play that all the way through. And if I'm going to play it all the way through, I might as well record it. So that may become a Monday episode and then become a series. Maybe when the Ori series ends. Which should actually be sometime next week, I think. Potentially, maybe the week after. It's actually taken us a good amount of time to clear that game. Every article I'd read about it. Is there a quest over here? You have found some basilisk acid. You just need to find some Tarthian powder in the refinery and then give the 2 ingredients to Sin. So maybe we do have to go to the last one here. What was I saying? Oh, everything I had read about the length of that game was it was about 8-9 hours, and then 10 to 12 if you tried to do everything. Well, I think we're already at like 11. I think we're only about 75% of the way through. So, and every other reviewer I've seen that played the game all the way through seems to be airing at about the same amount of time played that I have. So. We're not doing it slow, it's just a bigger game than maybe they had initially estimated it to be. But it should be soon, next week or the week after. And then we'll play something else. I've heard great things about the first one. The first one, I don't know if people are upset that they're watching me play Path of Exile. I mean, probably not now, because I know who my audience is, but talking about a different game while we're playing this one. Should be focusing on this one. But we got, an hour to kill here. We might as well talk about the channel as well. Anyway, I've heard the first Ori and the Blind Forest, I think is the name of the game. The first one. I hear is excellent. Just as good as the second one. So, and I think it's like $5 right now. So we may play that. But I think we're going to wind up playing the Resident Evil VR game after this. A Val Orb, huh? I've tried to play through that game so many times, and I think I mentioned this on... Might have been during our Undertale playthrough. And I just don't get very far when I sit down to play it. One, because it's kind of spooky, and two, it's a bit nausea-inducing. It's actually not one of the worst ones for causing nausea. But it still does upset me a little bit. But I think I can get over it. And I've seen some people play up to about a third of the way through the game. So I've seen a little bit of the the plot reveals and stuff, but it should still be entertaining to play and to watch. We're taking quite a bit of damage here, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen with this series. I still am enjoying it. Still going to keep playing it. I have not been leveling my hardcore character past, or the last time I showed him to you guys, which she's at, I think, level 23. So I do need to get on that too. And maybe when I get a little bit burnt here with, well, although I don't want to be really burnt when I'm playing the hardcore mode. I mean, that's really how I die when I play this game. Ooh, that hurts so bad. Our resistance, I think our resistances are too low at the moment to really... We've made some offensive choices since we moved into standard that we probably wouldn't be making on hardcore. I don't think, anyway. Maybe I would have and died. Which is why we have to play it in a separate, its own separate entity, because we're probably going to die again. Be curious to see how many people actually just made it to level 100 on hardcore. Is it, 5,000 people? Is it 100 people? I don't know. What am I trying to find here? Am I supposed to go over another zone? That's right. This robe that we picked up, this unique, looks kind of cool. It almost looks like a microtransaction item. It's not quite cool enough to be one, but it's got some flair to it. FLAIR and FLARE. Both. The beach map. Okay. Courage stands tall. Oh, more like enlarged? Is that what that meant? Oh, there's a trial. So we have 3 more trials we have to do. Looks like they're going to shove one here right at the end of the end of the campaign, but I don't know how they're going to do the last 2. We'll go ahead and do it while we're here. We'll almost die. It's fine. It's fine, guys. Looks like we're damaged immune when we charge there. Yep. Seems strange if we are. No, I don't think we are. That's quite a bit of souls there. That wasn't too bad. See the mobs. Holy cow, the mobs hurt so bad. I don't know what that was, but that was insane. You guys saw it?
Must bear 2 blades. Hope in the left hand, surety in the right.
Hope and surety. Well, very cool. I don't know how many of those are that we need to unlock the next trial. I feel like it's 3, but... Should probably put our skill point in here before we go. Well, I don't know. If you want to kill this ghost... I think this ghost is supposed to be from one of the seasons. It's like one of the events that got picked up into the Standard League. I can't do that. It's quite the blink there. Let's go ahead and allocate our passive here. What do we want? Minion life? Doesn't seem terrible. I really kind of want defense for us, though. Is any really good something sitting us here? Like a shield. Increase chaos damage. Of spell damage leached as energy shield. That seems okay. I don't know. Well, you know what? Instead of doing that, let's just go this way. It seemed okay. I'm worried that we don't actually do spell damage with the minions that we cast. It's all considered minion damage. These are the kind of things that are good to know, though. We just don't know it yet. Wow, we dropped really quick there. I was watching our health. We dropped from about 75% to 0. I have no idea what it was that killed us either. I think we actually teleported the wrong spot there. We keep doing that, going back to the camp rather than the checkpoint. We want option 2, not option 1. I think after we died last episode to Solaris and Lunaris, we're just... I mean, death is just on the menu now. We can just die as much as we want. It's just not playing as careful. We haven't really been upgrading our gear either, which is kind of strange. Like, I'm not even really messing with it too much. That's quite the loading time for that there. It's about midday where I'm at, so there's probably... Well, there actually shouldn't be that many people playing the game right now, but there's definitely some. Probably more than there usually are when I'm playing. I don't really want any of this stuff.
Exile.
Whoa! What's happening here?
Blessings. Yes.
It's a bit of a lag spike there.
Bye.
Bye, she says. Well, goodbye to you too. These are our maps. Still not quite sure how to do those. I'm not even looking at what this stuff is. I should probably... I could throw burning support in, I guess. Just level it up.
You have done well, but our concoction requires both acid and powder. Return to me.
Oh, I thought I had the powder as well. Whoops. Alright, we're heading back out. That was... Unfortunately, we didn't get the waypoint there. If anybody that's watching this watched the Destiny episode last Monday, I rewatched that episode when it came out, and I said the word "unfortunately" probably a million times. It's crazy. I don't think I normally say it that much. I do say it probably, unfortunately, more than I probably should. But I think I said it every like 3 minutes while I was playing that game. That game's actually hard to play and talk at the same time. Because you really have to focus on what you're doing. At least in the PvP area. Like if we were playing PvE, it's not nearly as bad. But human controlled opponents are, you know, they have no chill about them. Do we have our resistances up? We don't. Still not sure what killed us. It'd be nice if there was a combat log. There might be a combat log too. It probably shouldn't be. No, I don't want to. No. I don't know if there was anything bad in there, but if there was, I mean, you guys will just don't read it. If you read it, well, that's kind of on you. We're not a completely PG channel, but you know, anytime I can root out some of the over egregious stuff, I'll do it. And we're not deliberately trying to do things to. I think I talked about this last episode to upset people. At the same time, you be reasonable with me, I'll be reasonable with you. That's my current stance anyway, well, you know. Is this even the way we're going? Did we get the... Wait, we must have got that waypoint, but... Okay, we would just walk by it, right? In my mind, I remember seeing it. I don't remember clicking it, though. Yeah, we did. Better safe than sorry, I guess? Who are we even trying to be right now? Can I? Yeah. Is this actually on a little island here? No. 20% fire resist, 10% increased quantity of items. That's fine. I am really excited to be at the end game for this game. I know I keep saying that. And I'll probably say it next episode and the next episode. But I really would like to do some maps and see what everybody's doing. Start farming good gear, that kind of stuff. And to be honest with you guys, move on to another game too. I mean, I think I'm going to continue to play this game. We have this conversation on it too. For sure. But we can stop streaming or recording an episode every day. Maybe. I don't know. I should probably not talk about this stuff on recording, because then when I do the complete opposite of what I'm talking about now, it's probably pretty annoying. Like Monday, if we just play, I don't know, Polybridge or something, and I just told everybody I was going to play Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. That's probably pretty annoying. So actually, in saying that, an Exalted Orb. Now, this gold light leads me to believe that this is the super rare item that's Engineering Eternity, that channel, was telling me that he's been playing the game for 5 years and he's never gotten one of these. This looks like one of them, and that makes sense with the gold rays shooting out of the sky. This is probably the coveted item here. Oops. My mouse has stopped working for some reason. Hello? Well, that was weird. I should pick that up probably before I lag out. I think that's what that was, a lag spike. Yeah, that's the one. So, chance of rare item with a new random modifier. Yeah, I think this is like the currency of the game. The item. Let's just take a look real quick. While we're just picked one up. I think we would just basically hit the PoE lottery though. Exalted Orb drop chance. Yeah, so this has a 0.00055 rate of dropping, or a 0.055% chance. Which looks like there's actually more. Maybe this is the baseline currency that's like the semi-good stuff. Because there's actually more rare stuff. There's like I'm looking at a Divine Orb, an Eternal Orb, which have an even lower percent chance, and then a mirror. I think maybe it's the mirror of Calandra, which I think allows you to, if I'm not mistaken, it kind of looks familiar, that allows you to dupe an item. That could be the ultra rare one, but I mean, this one is ultra rare. Less than 0.5% chance to find one of these. I'll have to go back and watch this video and see if that's what he was saying. I thought it was, but maybe not. It is, either way. That's a good drop. See them trying to suck me back into the game? They give me this sweet loot. And that could actually be a common thing that drops at the end game too. I don't know. Although that drop rate didn't really lead me to believe that. Yeah, let's hit the portal. Well, that was pretty good. I would say worth it. Down into the quarry. I thought the powder's in the quarry, right? I think so. Exalted Orb. Just kind of reading the stuff on the Exalted Orb here while we're loading. I mean, maybe they are the more rare. They're rare, and they're like the end game currency, but not ultra rare. It's not apparent that we don't know what we're talking about yet, and that this is the first time I've played through this game. It should be obvious now. Taking a lot of damage here. This stuff isn't dying. What is the level 63? What level are we? 69. Ah! Everything hits so hard now. Much harder than it did. Act 8, the damage did start to pick up quite a bit. Act 7, though, kind of felt like a joke, if I'm being honest. Felt slightly undertuned. This feels about right, actually. I was about to say slightly overtuned, but realistically, this is probably about where it should be. What are we doing here? This is definitely a boss fight. This is where the powder's at. Hello? Kira? Garukan, Queen of the Winds. More like Queen of the Dead. Does anyone remember the movie Queen of the Damned? It was a 90s movie about gothic vampires. And Korn did the soundtrack for it. Remember that movie? Back when vampires were gothic. Went from like I don't know, like Renaissance creatures to gothic creatures to glam creatures to emo to I don't even know what they are anymore. I have no idea. I feel like the vampire genre has been kind of tame. Ooh, no! Resurrected checkpoint. Well, that was, we almost killed her, though. In one go. I have to be a little bit more careful. We got sidetracked talking about... no, she's talking about half HP. We're getting sidetracked talking about vampires. I feel like the vampire genre is one of those underutilized genres today. Even though we had the Twilight series for like 10 years, there hasn't really been much after that. As far as I know. I mean, I could be wrong about that. Achievement completed. Deadly Sins. So is that his wife? We killed his daughter and his wife, I think.
You were too beautiful for this ugly world. I shall find you in the next. It shames me to know the horrors wrought by our hands here and now. Gurukhan was complicated, but she was also stubborn and never would have thought to change her ways. We have given her a sky burial. That is the best we can do. Even in the old times, she was vain beyond comparison. It was her ambition that corrupted her, despite all.
I mean, okay. If you haven't taken a savage hit recently, well, I don't know what a savage hit is, but sure. What's it, like a crit in this game? Savage hits are crits? This looks cozy, doesn't it? Like you just crawl in there and take a nap. What were we talking about? Vampire genre. Vampire genre. I think Sin's actually a good guy, by the way, guys. I don't think he's going to turn on us. I'm like 50-50 now. 50% think he's going to turn on us, 50% think he won't. 50% chance he won't. Taking so much damage now. I noticed we dropped about 500 shield from putting on this robe. Which maybe wasn't the smartest thing we've done. The robe had so many jewel slots and it just looked cool too. We had to do it. Let's get our zombies back up here. We want that. We want that. We want more zombies. But yeah, I feel like they haven't done a vampire series since Twilight. Growing up, there was, for me, my favorite. Kind of aging myself a little bit here. I really enjoyed the Interview with a Vampire series. Or that movie with... The thing I remember about it was Brad Pitt was in it. But I remember really liking that movie when I was younger. Like, I thought it was really cool, the scene where he turns off the light without moving. That's like one of the opening scenes of the movie. And then, of course, Vampire in Brooklyn, right? That was a great movie. Yeah, I think that's what that was called. It's been a while since I've seen both of those movies, like years and years and years. All I'm saying is, I think the vampire market is wide open right now. I don't hear anyone talking about Twilight anymore, and haven't for a long time. Blade, would you consider Blade a vampire movie? I guess I would. I mean, he was the vampire hunter, right? Yeah, he was a vampire hunter that was a vampire. Those were really good movies too. Blade 1 and Blade 2 and 3 and 4. I don't remember how many there were. Definitely 2. Yeah, there used to be a lot more vampire movies when I was younger. What is this? Beach map. You'll be smiling each and every time you come to the beach. Come to the beach. Come to the beach. Guess we'll level that up. No reason not to. I kind of feel like we're probably nearing the end of this act here. I mean, it's probably gonna be another. Oh wow! I haven't been paying attention to the time, but we're only at the halfway marker. I had the screen, my browser opened up, looking at the currency in this game. I feel like maybe that we're taking so much damage because this kind of stuff is AoE. So you can't just like stand still anymore. At this point in the game, or you're just gonna get destroyed. General Aedis. Yeah, okay. See, I picked up that lightning buff that Sin offered us because you knew it was gonna be needed right away, right? It was only like, woo, oh, please no. Don't do that anymore. This game is actually going to be tough going through, like, when I go back through on hardcore, man, I don't know. I know I was saying it last episode about the Linares and Solaris, but this too as well. I mean, he's charged his laser beam there. Is this stuff still gonna fire while I'm trying to pick up loots? This is gonna be a tough game to complete on hardcore, I have a feeling. Deliver the Tarthan powder to Sin. Okay. So that's the edge of that. We didn't get the... Let's go get the waypoint here. Do the sensible thing. Yeah, we'll explore down here too, because why not? Shouldn't be much. Well, it kind of looks like there is, though. There is. Is there another? No. It looks like I can go this way, though. Yeah, we'll check it out. Why not? Oh, I thought that was going to kill us. That magma explosion there. Doesn't hurt to take a look over, huh? I think I'm going to make a point to watch The Mandalorian this weekend. I really am just going to get it done. I'm just going to binge watch all of them. I know everybody's already kind of moved on from it. I feel like those came out last year, I think. They first started airing before Christmas time, if I'm not mistaken. And I might be. Maybe it was January, but I feel like it was back in October even. Yeah, because now that I think about it more and more, it was before the first Star Wars movie came out. Because I remember an interview with Daisy Ridley on Jimmy Kimmel, and he asked her if she liked the... God, I can't remember what they're called now. The little furry guys from the second movie. Or Baby Yoda. She said Baby Yoda. So The Mandalorian was out before then. It was probably October, the more I think about it. And I remember it was on when Game of Thrones was running its last season. Mission accomplished, guys. It's too easy. It's weird how I tie that logic into my head. I can narrow down the date based on those two pieces of information. Probably not weird, but that's where I got it at. That's how I got remembered. I guess we'll go this way. Back out, that is. And we need to find the waypoint. That's what we were doing. This is probably going to be a rougher recording schedule. Well, these episodes, the next ones, are going to be a little bit rough. As I'm recording towards the end of my usual day where I'd be awake. And to be honest with you guys, I plan on doing it all the way through. So if we have to play like 4 or 5 hours to finish for this session, we're going to be pretty loopy by the end of it. At the very least, it should be entertaining. Or probably do a lot of bad stuff and start blaming the game for things. We'll see. I just have this driving itch to finish the game. I don't know why. I feel like, and that's another thing. Playing the games like this. I think before I started recording my gaming, I probably played the games for longer sessions where I've had to kind of cut some of that time out so I could do the editing and the video processing, but still, tie up my computer for the same duration and then still have time to do other things on the computer. There's a recipe over here. Definitely get that. It's pretty cool. The minions don't really die anymore. Damage rank 3. Physical damage. Yeah. It's just a random quest here. This is the beast.
My beast on a pedestal as my pride and joy. Yet now I send you to breach the hull of my pet's fouling black core. I have brewed for us a potion from the remnants of our harvesting hunt. I shall apply this fermentation to the weakened membrane and meet you within the black core where we shall further our agenda.
Alright, sounds good. I'll see you inside. Yeah, it dawned on me last episode that the beast, well, I guess it makes sense now. This purple thing that we were inside when we killed, or when we fought Piety, that is the actual beast. And it didn't actually occur to me before. I guess it should have. And we kind of went through the membrane to catch up to Malachi. It should have been apparent, but for whatever reason, it didn't occur to me until last episode that when Sim was saying we were going to re-enter the beast, or he was going to re-enter the beast, he meant to actually just go inside this cave that is the beast. But it is a living, breathing thing, I think. So basically, I'm less confused, but I am still confused a little bit about the lore. I think I got the main strokes down though. I'll have to look on YouTube and see if there's somebody that kind of goes through the lore in an interesting, entertaining way. There was somebody that did it for Dark Souls 3, which oddly enough, I've never played Dark Souls 1 or 2. I own both, but I haven't got a chance to play them yet. And maybe we'll do that one of these playthroughs. We absolutely will, actually. But they kind of give you the lore in the game doesn't really give you much. It's just to actually, you know what? It's kind of like this game where the story they don't overfeed you like lines of dialogue. It's all in the game, right? It's like playing the game, the scenery, the interactions you have with the NPC, kind of paint the world before you. It's a different way to tell stories. I think it's very similar to how Dark Souls does it. And so if you're not fully paying attention all the time, you can miss some stuff. Just the downside for people like me. But it's definitely a better way to tell a story, I think. But anyway, somebody had compiled the Dark Souls lore, which was a really good watch. And if you're into Dark Souls and you haven't seen that, I highly recommend searching for it on YouTube. I'm sure if you look for the top one and whatever's the most watched is probably the same one that I watched many a years ago. The Syndicate Laboratory. I mean, my minions are going to town down here. Do we have, no we don't, our resistance is up. The game's getting pretty, I don't want to say arcadey, but the minions are coming hot and heavy now. That was a whole lot of stink for, you know, an area that we didn't need to go down, but we just had to keep killing. It was sucking us down there. I guess there's some. Well, I don't know if that's a dead end or not. Let's see. Are there waypoints in these areas? Let's just go down here and see if. One of my complaints I have about this game is you can't tell on the minimap if the circle's there or not. Like I would say no. I mean, I guess I could find out. I'd go to one of these areas and see if you can see it. But I think especially the smaller dot that represents that there's a waypoint in that area that you haven't found yet. It's difficult to see that if you're standing on top of that same zone. I think, anyway. 3 must survive, 5 are remaining. Okay. I think we have to save some prisoners here. Nope. Nope. So I can totally see why people have want to bind 1 flask to 1 key, or all 5 flasks to 1 key, because man, you want to be popping both those health pots at the same time, like almost at all times. I think we keep moving here because we gotta make sure that these people survive. Oh, these is the green things probably, right? Yeah, here's the cages, maybe. Janus Perdanus. Your dentist name is Crentis. No! Don't hit us! Yeah, you worms. Did we do it? I don't know what's happening. How do we just, No, I don't know. Did we do the thing? Question the defeated syndicate members. I would assume that's these green boxes, but syndicate evidence. Oh boy. Maybe we have to go back somewhere? Oh, we have to go down further. Now I'm only seeing 2 more green boxes. I am proper confused at the moment. Did we do it? I don't know. I guess maybe we'll just try to go to this next area here. See what happens. I think we did it. I'm starting to wonder if you probably just want 5 health flask. Or 4 and a what do they call these? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong side. Quicksilver flask. Although, we haven't really been using it that much. Because we have the charge, so... Actually, if we have charge, which we do, I don't even want a Quicksilver flask anymore. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, we can always move like this. Do we move even fast? Yeah, well, I guess it's even faster, actually. So there's reason for it still. Let's keep going. We need zombies, actually. Let's get zombies. I have a feeling this is probably not the right way. Devout chainmail. It's weird looking. The rotting coral. Well, that sounds like a lovely place to go. We'll double check on the waypoint here. I love the little bird they decided to paint in this scene. Man, we really need an SSD, don't we? That's so slow. So these are called the wheels of slowness. They slowly turn. Okay. So there's no waypoint in the belly of the beast. There should be one here, though. We've gotten a lot of beach maps. I think that's our third one. And if I had to guess what that means, and I don't have to guess, but we might as well guess for funsies. There's nothing on the line here. Looks like AoE on the ground. But I think the beach map is probably you play through the beach in the very first zone of the game. Act 1. Where we fought Hillock at the start of the game. I really don't want to go into the Black Core. That's where Sin wanted us to go. I'm going to pick up this altar here real quick. But I have a feeling that that's what that is. So we'll do the first act beach part. Just not the whole entire Act 1, but just that area. And the minions will just be a lot harder. That's right, this is where we fought Malachi. You probably can't hear what he's saying over this. Can we click this off? Yeah.
To the hearts of my precious beast. This complicates things, but not perhaps so much that there is nothing we can do. Exile, listen to me. I am about to release the souls of our unholy trinity from their decanter. Their anger will exude more power than you have experienced ever before.
Hopefully he's gonna help us. You gonna help us, Sin? Theodre's despair. Okay.
The souls of these three continue to surprise us. Quickly now, the hearts have become doorways. Enter in, complete your mission, though I cannot say exactly what you will find on the other side.
I see. And so it's a no on the waypoint. I like how they put like a rotting tendril. Theodre's despair, Milagro's misery, and Chevron's sorrow. Well, you know what? I remember fighting Chevron, and she wasn't. I think she was the easiest of the three. I have the strange feeling that we're not going to get any reprieve here. Which means this is like a one-shot, one-take kind of thing. So what we may do is just kill her and then end the episode back in the Black Core before we do the next 2 doors, because we're about at the hour mark right now. I think Chevron was the one we fought on the prison guard tower, if I remember correct. That hurt. Whatever that is. Nope. Stay away. Chevron's arena. Do we have every... Yeah, I think we got everything. A lot of AoE on the ground here. Chevron the Unbound. Well, she missed us pretty bad there. Yeah. Wow. Holy cow. I mean... Nope. It's a big old spirit bomb coming at us. No! Oh my goodness. We were close again. Man, this... I don't know, man. These bosses keep getting tougher and tougher. Like, I really see our chances of beating this on hardcore, like, almost not... Breathe. Wow. Let's just keep pushing it, I guess. Gonna take down her shield again, that's... Wow, is this for real? Am I gonna have trouble actually just... Let's go get minions, I guess. I'll level up these gems. Suppose we could put our resistance on. Did we get, yeah, is that everything? Well, kinda, I guess we don't have our guardian. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's gonna be tough. Alright, we're gonna end the episode here and pick up with the Malagro and Dodri's portals here in the next episode. As usual, guys, if you like the video, drop it a like. Helps me out a great deal. And subscribe to me for more content. We'll see you in the next episode of Path of Exile. Delirium, not Delirium. Hardcore, not hardcore. Take care, guys. See you next time.